First of all, I would like to thank the people of Nagaland. Nagaman Khan Hoday, हमारे National People's Party के मोरम दिया से, and so I like to. We came here to give also thanks to the people of Nagaland, but also to see how the National People's Party can increase our footprints in the state. You all are aware that elections around the corner. By the next year, the Nagaland Vidhan Sabha elections will happen, and so we are setting the grounds and preparing for it. And this is one of the reasons why I am here. I've been directed by the National President Konrad Sangmaji. He was supposed to come here, but he is very busy in the Manipur elections, which is ongoing right now. And that is why I am here to take stock of the ground situation, of the organizational structure also, and at the same time seeing how our strategy can be fine-tuned for the coming Vidhan Sabha elections. So that is the reason of my visit here. We are fairly new to the state of Nagaland. We came here last elections, prior to last elections we came here, and we also put up our candidates here last time. I presume we had set up around 24 candidates, and fortunately we had also won 2 elected legislators in the last assembly elections. But unfortunately, जो राजनीति का दस्तूर है, we lost them, but with a renewed energy और ऊर्जा से we are trying to forge more ahead so that in the coming elections we get more bigger footprints. And it is now time that we really start looking into our strategy, that we really look into Nagaland, because Nagaland is very important for the, not just for the NPP, but for the whole Northeast region. The state of Nagaland is very important because we realize that the people of Nagaland asserts their regional identity with religious vigor. They are very independent people. They love their culture. संस्कृति जो है उनके साथ जुड़ा रहता है, जड़ से जुड़ा रहता है. Whether it's your land, whether it's your forest, whether it's your resources, संसाधन जो होता है, you are totally attached with your land. And this is what we see, what we have seen in the past 4 to 5 years, that the regional identity of every state needs a common platform. Whenever we go to an election, we take a very comprehensive overall situation of the state. Based on that, we see and we gather how how candidates, in what aspect we have to put up candidates and things like that. It is right now too early to really discuss about how many candidates we'll put up in the coming elections. It is now to see that our organization structure are in place, that when we have the candidates, these organization structures will help assist the candidates to win the elections. So we can give you a fair idea only when we cross that bridge as of now. The National People's Party, while we are with the NDA in the national government, but in the state, we have our own identity. In every state, we have our own identity. We have our own value system. It is the ideological जो हमारा विचार होता है, उसी को लेके हम लोग आगे बढ़ता है. And when we, after election, as the numbers comes, when we see what kind of numbers the people have given it, then we make a decision based on that. So largely pre-poll, during pre-poll elections, understanding right now, it is not very conducive to speak about it. But as and when time comes, hopefully, if we can get the support of other parties also, if our thought process, are similar, then of course that is there. But at the same time, build your own party first. People will only आपको तवज्जो तो भी देंगे. People will only come with you if you are strong. So we need to build that strong force in the states. And let me, take my word for it that the next party that is fighting the elections really strong, with really strong candidates in Manipur, is the NPP. So we are optimistic and we hope he will get even bigger numbers of legislators in Manipur than even the ruling party. Now, this has come as a very big surprise to all the people of Manipur also, to the press also, there also, that suddenly, NPP really shot up. So that is how we work. We put our strategies forward. We don't really, go through propaganda process. We put up a candidate, we see strategically online and this thing. And now it transpired that, in Manipur, NPP is the next biggest party after the BJP ruling government, and we are hoping that we become the largest party in Manipur. So the same thing, in Nagaland also, that is our hopes, that is our aspirations. We are now starting to work in ground, how to reach through that process as we have reached in Manipur. So that, what is our agenda of the NPP? Now, let me give you an Udaharan example. We have been fighting for the repeal of AFSPA, Armed Forces Special Powers Act, which recent incident you have seen in the state of Nagaland, what transpired in Mon district. We are fighting against the repeal of AFSPA even in Manipur. We are fighting against the repeal of AFSPA even in Arunachal, 3 districts which has AFSPA, the law is prevalent there. So, giving you that example, you can easily see we are fighting for the pan-Northeast people, their aspirations. We are fighting for them. Then this is our agenda. This is how we want to take things forward. Nagaland fighting alone, sometimes it doesn't work. You need the strength of other states also to achieve certain goals. And that is our agenda. That is the biggest agenda of National People's Party. Your other questions were related to money culture. 2 of the states in the Northeast spends the biggest money in elections. Whichever is number 1 or number 2, but these 2 states are Nagaland and Arunachal Pradesh. It is known to all the political parties, it is known to all leaders what kind of money culture prevails during the election process. Now, where does that money come from? This is not any rocket science. The money comes from the coffers of the government, whether it is here, whether it is in Arunachal, whether it's anywhere. Now, until and unless you have a transparent government, until and unless people are aware of what works is going on, what is not going on, that money will be channeled to the funds and go to the people, go to the political parties, or go to the political leaders. And so, if you want to stop money culture, you have to bring in transparency. The government funds that are going on into the development of the social sectors, whether you say whether it is in building tangible capital expenditure that you do, building roads, bridges, communication lines, यातायात जो बनाता है, that money and the channeling of funds has to be very transparent. Then only you can lower the exercise of money during election process. And so our aim is to provide that. If we happen to make a government in Manipur, our aim is to provide that. Our aim is to provide transparency. Our aim is to provide also, if we have some stake in the next government in Nagaland, our aim is to push forward for transparency in all works related, government schemes related works.
So we are here, the NPP is here for a transformation and reformation. We are here pro-secular, pro-youth, pro-development, and pro-whatever you name positive side. That vibe we are here. And we have grown from strength to strength, I would say that. That's why we are the only regional party which has become a national party. We walk the talk, I will say that, NPP. We walk the talk, and we are here for development, and we are here for the unity of one Northeast, one voice. Our slogan is that, one voice, one Northeast. And we will also support the regional party across the Northeast. Our dream is that one day, all the regional party come together, the 24 MPs, and form one cluster head, so that we can also demand whatever we have, the aspiration that the development of Northeast can become. So we have that kind of a thing, like when the Northeast can come together as one family, then we can demand a lot of things for development of the Northeast. It's far bygone days that we have been underdeveloped. We have not been seeing the rays of hope, but we see that under the banner of NPP, we see that tomorrow there will be surely an hope, and we are going to bring a transformation. We can see the work that has been done in Arunachal, we can see the work done been in Manipur, and also in Manipur, where Meghalaya Manipur it's immense, you know. And I wish that one day Nagaland also will transform, reform for the glory of everybody, not for one selfish individual, but for everybody. That's what we look at NPP.